mass of the investment in new technologies encodes those values is really important. So that's one of the reasons why I care a lot about not supporting the spread of authoritarian policies to more countries, and either inadvertently doing that or setting precedents that enable that to happen. Because I think the more development that happens in the way that is more open, where the research is more open, where people have where the policy making around it is more democratic, I think that's going to be positive. So I think kind of maintaining that balance ends up being really important. And one of the reasons why I think democratic countries over time tend to do better on serving what people want is because there's no metric to optimize the society, right? It's when you talk about efficiency, a lot of what people are talking about is economic efficiency, right? Are we increasing GDP? Are we increasing jobs? Are we decreasing poverty? And those things are all good, but I think part of what the democratic process does is people get to decide on their own which of the dimensions in society matter the most to them in their lives.
If you can hijack people's attention and manipulate them, then people deciding on their own just doesn't help, because I don't realize it, that somebody manipulated me to think that this is what I want. And we are reaching the point when, for the first time in history, you can do that on a massive scale. So again, I speak a lot about the issue of free will in this regard. And the people that are easiest to manipulate are the people who believe in free will and who simply identify with whatever thought or desire pops up in their mind, because they cannot even imagine that this desire is not the result of my free will. This desire is the result of some external manipulation. Now, it may sound paranoid, and for most of history, it was probably paranoid because nobody had this kind of ability to do it on a massive scale. But here, like in Silicon Valley, the tools to do that on a massive scale have been developed over the last few decades. And they may have been developed with the best intentions. Some of them may have been developed with the intention of just selling stuff to people and selling products to people. But now the same tools that can be used to sell me something I don't really need can now be used to sell me a politician I really don't need, or an ideology that I really don't need. It's the same tools, it's the same hacking the human animal and manipulating what's happening inside.